There is no better energy that you can find on this earth than the energy that semen retention gives you. If you can find something that's better, you let me know, because that would be pretty freaking sweet. But you will find no energy that is purer, stronger, more consistent, and more clear than the raw freaking life force, the raw chi, the vitality, the voltage that just some goddamn celibacy will give you. And it's that simple. But it's because semen retention concentrates the highest grade life force your body can generate, giving you a level of energy no stimulant can ever replace. No stimulant, no drug, no pill can ever replicate it. It is that powerful. And if you still have doubts in your mind, I would simply ask you, why do you have doubts? Have you not tried it? Have you not put a pause on your indulgence in the sexual vice for a minimum of a month and seen the power, the raw fucking voltage that you feel in your body, the creativity, the inspiration, the transference of your lust of women into the lust for life? I swear, this practice, it makes you feel like a 15-year-old kid again. Remember when you were just an early teenager, maybe not 15. Let's use the example of a child who's 10 years old, where they're just so explosively full of life force and vitality that they cannot help but just have the zoomies and run around and play on the playground and just get excited about the smallest freaking things. Semen retention will give you that. Semen retention. Celibacy, becoming sexually disciplined, will give you the highest form of prana, chi, life force, and vitality you can ever get your goddamn hands on. And I stand by that. And again, I'm very open-minded. If you can find something that's better, you fucking let me know. But I will be waiting here for a long time before you find something that is better than semen retention. I think this is what also plays into most people's lack of what they would call motivation. Most people, they have things they want to do. They feel like I should be doing something, right? I'm supposed to improve my life. I'm supposed to conquer this goal. I'm supposed to do this or do that or whatever they think they're supposed to do. But for some reason, they lack that gumption, that je ne sais quoi, to just go fucking do it. And they call this motivation. But really, all motivation is just inspiration and energy. And that's why semen retention in of itself will not fundamentally change your life, but it also will. And I know that's obviously contradictory, but that's the point. Semen retention doesn't just change your life because holding your nuts in changes your life. Semen retention changes your life fundamentally because once you hold your nuts in, once you get disciplined with how you spend your sexual energy, this energy will want to be expressed so badly that you will be forced and so full of creativity, life force, and inspiration that you will have to pursue your goals and do what you know you need to do. Semen retention only works if you do. But if you're on semen retention, you bet your ass you're gonna fucking work like a motherfucker. You're gonna be doing some things. You're just gonna find yourself so full of energy, so full of creativity and inspiration and drive and masculine ambition that you can't help but pursue your goals. You can't help but go to the gym. You can't help or afford to take a day off because you better spend that energy or else you're gonna fucking blow. Dude, you don't lack motivation. Really, all you lack is discipline. Because when you become disciplined, becoming disciplined is not something you do. Becoming disciplined is simply about saying no. No to the distractions. No to the things that want to siphon your life force away from you. The most obvious forms of this, and especially we talk about this on this channel all the time, is, your sexual vices. Women. Porn on the internet. All these things just want to siphon your life force away from you. But also this will translate into every other area of your life as well, whether it is a social media addiction, whether it's a junk food addiction, whether it's a drug addiction. Anything that feels good on the front end, but really is siphoning your energy, your creativity, and your masculine drive away from you. Discipline is simply about saying no to the distraction, saying no to the bullshit. And when you do that, when you simply just say, respectfully but lovingly, nah, I don't vibe with that. I respectfully opt out. That is discipline. And once you do that, you're left with boredom. The reason most people cannot be disciplined and they cannot say no to the garbage, to the distraction, to their addictions is because the addictions, they're fun, at least on the front end. And it medicates their pain and it medicates their boredom. So what else are they going to do? They're just going to be bored. They don't understand that on the other side of boredom is motivation, is creative inspiration, because creativity is a very, very subtle vibration that can only be revealed if you are sensitive enough to hear it and if you're basically bored enough. So when you do something like retention, you become sexually disciplined and you start cutting out all the other distractions as well. It's not just about semen retention, but you start cutting off the garbage that was previously putting mud over your eyes. You get very, very clear. You get very, very bored on purpose. The only thing that's left is the 3 to 5 things you need to do every day. And usually for guys like you and me, that's go to bed early, go to the gym in the morning, pursue a creative hobby, work on your business, work on a skill, hang out with good, positive people, focus on your health in whatever way that looks like for you. And that's all you're left with. When you become disciplined, you say, no, respectfully, I opt out of the garbage. The type of energy that you are left with is the purest, most divine type of energy there is in this universe. It's pure, masculine, raw, creative energy. And it is your birthright, but you simply do not have experience of it because you have been flippantly giving it away way too often to the websites, to your girlfriend, to your wife, whoever your outlet is, right? It's not, I don't care whether it's sex or the websites or whatever it freaking is for you. You have energy and you're wasting it in non-productive ways. You saying I can never bust again? Do whatever the hell you want. I really couldn't give a rat's ass. What I'm saying for you is that I feel better when I hold my goddamn nuts. And that's all that matters. Because when I get bored, I get disciplined. My energy is reclaimed to my being. And I got my energy back. And what is left on the other side of saying no? No to the garbage. No to everything that was previously destroying my mind and stealing my life force. I'm left with motivation and inspiration and creativity. And really all motivation is just high energy. You don't lack motivation. What you lack is energy. You're not undisciplined. You are just unenergetic. And so you have no energy to do the things you feel inspired to do. You don't even feel inspired to do them, fundamentally. But if you get sexually disciplined enough, you get healthy, you get bored, you get present. Whatever you need to do for your life, I can't figure that out for you, but whatever you need to do, whatever the universe calls you to do, it will be revealed to you. Make no mistake. But it's only found on the other side of discipline, because when you say no, when you get disciplined and you say no to the distractions, everything becomes quiet and you can finally hear the crickets. And the universe whispers. It's very silent, but it's very powerful. And it says, now that you become disciplined, I can tell you what you need to do. This is what you do. And now you can do it. So that's why you need to get sexually disciplined. And that is why there's just another level of energy that you tap into when you do semen retention. When you hold your seed, your nervous system upgrades into a clearer, more focused, more powerful version of itself. Retention redirects your primal sexual energy into drive, discipline, creativity, and a stronger personal presence. I almost like to think of semen retention paired with other positive habits as almost getting a system upgrade to your entire being, not just your physical being, but also the being that you are mentally, the being that you are spiritually. Because really, this is not just about, bigger muscles and I got shredded and I had more physical energy to go on runs and do a better job for my employer. Or like, oh, I had a glow, so I got women attraction. All this stuff is cool. And do it so you experience that, because these benefits are pretty goddamn cool, but really they're kind of fucking stupid. Like, it really doesn't matter what you gain on a physical level. What really matters, and really the cool benefit is the connection you feel to the universe, the connection you feel to your higher self, the frequency that you feel yourself tapping into when you do something like semen retention paired with other positive lifestyle habits. It's just on another level, man. You're getting a system upgrade. God is giving you downloads. And I say that with the caveat of, I'm not trying to make this sound just because you hold your nuts for a month. God is speaking to you. I'm not trying to sound like some spiritual guru, because really, I'm just some fucking 22-year-old kid that feels inspired to hold his nuts because that's what God told him to do. Like, that's really all I'm here doing. I can't tell you anything other than that, other than my experience. But from what I understand, and I could be wrong, so let's take that into consideration. What I feel, what I know in my bones is that the downloads that you receive from God, the connection that you feel to your higher self, therefore it gives you inspiration, is really the coolest benefit here. The fact that you can get silent, you can get clear, you can get bored, and in that silence, your higher self taps into your consciousness and says, here's the next step for you, brother. But it cannot do that if you're not receiving the downloads, because you are building up this energy inside of you. Well, why can't I just do other good lifestyle habits? Why can't I do all the other stuff but still, infinitely indulge in sex with my girlfriend? Listen, if you've tried SR, sexual discipline, celibacy multiple times and it's not working for you, I'm not here to force my path onto you. If it's genuinely not working, I'm not here to convince you. If it doesn't work, get the hell off this video. Go be a depleted fuck. I don't really give a shit. But if you are here and you are hearing my words, not just hearing with your ears, but you are understanding, you are understanding what I'm trying to freaking convey to you. I'm not here to explain intellectually what this is. I'm here to transmit a frequency. Then you will understand what I'm saying. You tap into something way fucking higher, which is why I have to keep coming back to SR no matter how many days I mess up, because I don't post about it all the time, but I relapse a hell of a lot. But no matter how many times I relapse, how many times I hang out with these bitches, how many times I go to the strip club, how many times I, go back to the websites, which I do pretty often. Not gonna freaking bullshit you guys. I do it pretty often. I have to return to this practice because there's nothing else that means more to me than my spiritual connection with my creator and the feeling at which I feel tapped into my higher self. And I know that sounds abstract and woo-woo, but it's one of those things, if you know, you fucking know. So we'll leave it at that. Yeah, the drive, the discipline, the creativity, and the stronger personal presence. That's pretty cool too. You don't just get stimulated. You feel like you're getting higher energy, but it's not like the type of energy you get from coffee or caffeine, different drugs, stimulants, whatever the stimulant is for you. It's like, yes, you have sorry, there's a fucking fly here. Yes, you get higher energy, but it's like, all right, he's right on my camera. I'm gonna see if I can fucking get him. All right, he'll fly away. Sorry, guys. But the energy that you get from this is very high energy, but it's not the high energy that you get from stimulants. The energy that you get from stimulants, yes, it's very like high energy, but it's too mental, it's too fragmented. Like when you get high off these stimulants, you feel high energy, but you feel this goddamn fly. Oh my God. Okay, he ran away. It is fragmented. It is scattered energy. But not only is the energy that you get from semen retention high energy, it's also very, very deep and grounded energy as well. There's nothing that can replace it. I'm not saying to not use caffeine before a workout. I'm not saying to never use a stimulant again. They're cool, and I like the high that stimulants give me. But semen retention wins that battle, that competition, every single fucking time. And when you build up that level of energy, it's something that other people can feel. Because if you're intuitive enough, You know what somebody who's low energy looks like. You know it, you see it, you feel it. It's so obvious. It's so obvious what low energy is like. High energy is a little bit more abstract. It's a little harder to have the eyes to see, metaphorically speaking. So when you look at somebody who's like, it's seemingly like they're high energy, but they're more like they're a little bit too hype. I'm not saying you can't ever get excited or hyped, but we've seen what it looks when somebody is high energy, but it's too much in the mind. It's not embodied. It's not depth of energy. Versus the type of energy that semen retention gives you is a very deep energy. It's a very grounded energy. And it's something that people feel. It's something that people respect. Because this energy is not simply given to anybody. This energy is not just simply, it's like stimulative energy. It is a depth of energy. And it is true power. But power is only given to those who can maintain it. That's why I love the practice of SR, because you can only build up as much energy as you can handle. As soon as you can't handle it, boom, you go back to the websites. So the universe gives you energy. It lets you build up this energy every single day, collecting and hoarding power. But as soon as you are unable to handle it, it takes it right back. It's not something you can fake, which is why people fundamentally feel and respect this energy. Because once you can't handle it, you don't have it. So just by function of them feeling this aura about you, something they cannot put into words, but it's a feeling, it's a drawing, it's a magnetism. Automatically, it's a given that you deserve it. There's something special about him. He has something that I don't have, but he deserves it. Because if you didn't deserve it, you wouldn't fucking have it. And that's simply the mechanisms of how this universe works. You will build up this energy until you can't anymore. And guess what? Then you're going to go back to the websites. Then you're going to go call up that girl. Boom. And then you will not have the energy anymore. A man who contains his life force builds an inner fire that others can feel, respect, and respond to instantly. It's just something that once you do it, once you have it, once you feel the energy in yourself, you'll notice people respond to you differently. If you would ask them, how do you feel about me? And they'd actually be honest and they're like, I feel different about you. There's something about you that is a little bit hard to put into words that has changed how I perceive you. You would say, well, why? Obviously, the last thing they're going to say is, well, because you didn't ejaculate for 12 days. Like, they're not actually going to conceptualize that. And even if you'd say, oh, it's because of that, they're not going to believe you. It just sounds too retarded, which is why these videos are very, very niche. These videos are meant for the few. You are the few chosen ones because you're the only people that can even comprehend or understand what I'm freaking saying. It will change your energy, but people will respond to it differently as well, and for better or for worse, right? Because, some people will be extra magnetized to you. The friendships that you have, the people that you have in your life that are able to resonate with this high frequency, they will be even more drawn, even more magnetized to you because you are emitting this energy. But also, the people who haven't really been vibing with you and you feel that disconnect, but really you stayed in relationship with them because you were basically codependent and leeching off each other's energy, they are going to be repulsed by you like a unicorn from dog poop, or whatever analogy we can stuff in there. But you're going to be repelling people, but you're going to be magnetizing people. You're going to be so polarizing, so intense, so high energy. And when I say high energy, you have to understand what I'm saying here. I'm not saying you're always going to be hyped up. Like, I try to get in a good energy for these videos so I can bring you guys some pizzazz, some spark, some inspiration. I'm trying to catch your attention and relay a frequency. But in my day-to-day life, I'm just kind of walking around just very chill. I go to work and I'm a server, so I'm like, hey guys, welcome into the restaurant. How are you guys doing today? I can be high energy, but most of the time I'm actually very, very grounded, especially on days when I'm tired and fatigued because my sleep is crap and I've just been going to the gym too much and I'm trying to, push life to the max in terms of spending my energy. So even though there's like I could be low energy, like low energy on the surface. There's still a depth to my energy that, I mean, I think people can feel it because they respond differently to it, because it's not placebo at this point. I've done it on and off this practice that is semen retention way too many fucking times. Way too many fucking times. And it's a night and day difference. You are invisible. You are invisible off semen retention. People just don't consider you. It's like, well, just be nice. It's like, just bring the energy. You can't. If you're depleted, where are you getting the energy from? If you're spending all your energy, well, just make more energy. You can't. If you spent all your money, just make more money. You just can't. If you spend all your money, if you spend all your energy, you gotta wait till you get more. So all I'm saying is hold your energy, because it is energy. Your life is just you expressing energy. This is your life force because it is your life. This is your energetic expression because this is your energy. So simply store it up, use it wisely, because people will feel it. Your workouts will improve. Your pumps will be better. Your creative ideas are going to be even more refined and beautiful. Your level of presence that you feel in front of others, in front of your, acquaintances and friends, the connection you feel with nature is just going to be on a different freaking level, dude. Everything fundamentally changed because you fundamentally changed. Because semen retention and energetic discipline of saying, I no longer choose to be part of the parasitic satanic system that is trying to zap me of my freaking life force, is trying to turn me into a fucking zombie. I no longer consent to that, and I reclaim my energy. I simply, respectfully, but powerfully stand in my power and say, fuck you, no. No more. No more will you siphon my life from me. That's how you fundamentally change. How could it not be fundamentally changing? Semen retention is the panacea. It's the one thing that changes everything. But that doesn't mean this path is fun. It doesn't mean this path is good or bad. It's just earth-shattering, mind-crumbling. It will just completely destroy who you thought you were. It will slowly but surely put you through an ego death. You will be transformed like gold purified through the fire of your own fucking energy. It is divine acid that burns through whatever is not you. And I can't guarantee that you're gonna like what you become on the other side, but it'll be something to look forward to. You will be something that the world has never seen before. And if you can't handle that, then just, keep staying as a depleted fuck. Keep releasing. You have my permission. Not that you need it. You're gonna do what you're gonna do anyway. But yeah, there's really no other energy that is higher quality, clearer, or more powerful than the energy that semen retention can give you. There is no higher quality energy. Yeah, I think that's the video. So join the Patreon, join the Telegram or the school, and I will see you in the next video, my guy. Peace.